Hello everyone, hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to learn to Bitcoin. But the CoinsKid cruise, so we've got the inverse correlation playing out right now, like a beautiful thing it is at the moment. Look at that XRP, it's doing incredibly well. You know, it's broken out that level of resistance right there, and it's doing okay. Now there is a major resistance zone on XRP before it can get incredibly bullish, and you know, it puts a statement in. Okay, wow, this is an incredibly bullish statement from XRP. Please check out the XRP videos, because at the moment we have had a 5-wave move down, and you know, respectfully of the data, whenever you see 5 waves down, all you're doing is retracing back up. Okay, and equally when you have 5 waves up, all you're doing is retracing back down for the continuation of the trend. And this is what I'm looking at on a vast majority of altcoins, with likes of VChain, Cardano, Chainlink. We've had a 5-wave move up, we've had a correction back down, and I'm just looking for that correction to hold before the continuation to the upside. Now what I'm hoping is, and again, I've not got a crystal ball, that XRP has actually bottomed in July, and right now we've seen a 5-wave move down, we've seen an impulsive wave up, we've gone through a correction, and right now we're getting the next stage, you know, rearing its head basically. So there may be some kind of good news coming this week on XRP, or bad news even, I don't know, but there's definitely some volatility in that particular chart. Okay, so keep an eye on that. But most definitely, straight off the bat, I know it's a Bitcoin video, I do apologize. To get extremely bullish on XRP, we have to break this 5-wave move down, and this is something I've relayed to you many moons. See the 5-wave move here, the 1 2 3 4 5, that's a 5-wave move down. We see XRP even wick above that. That is an incredibly bullish statement for XRP. I'll be buying as much XRP in any kind of retracement that we can get, because at the minute you've got 5 waves down. This could be simply be a correction before continuation, so we have to be careful. Although, you know, I want to be extremely bullish on XRP. It's done everything that I'm looking at to say, okay, we have bottomed. We've just got to be patient for the confirmation of that, and this is something I relay to you. But I know this isn't a Bitcoin video, I do apologise. So at the minute, on the daily, straight away off the bat, we are creating a monster bearish divergence just there for XRP. So if it was to roll over, you can see there's a bearish divergence that would lead to that. So again, this is why I'm not overly bullish on XRP at this moment in time until we start to break key resistance points, the 5-wave move down. We take that out, wow, you know, that was a beautiful sweet buy spot that we jumped into. So it is a Bitcoin video, I do apologize. Let's get back onto the Bitcoin chart right now. So with Bitcoin, it's actually done something today which is really bullish. Okay, and I'll show you exactly what that is. And equally last week it did do a series of things that I relayed to you that are incredibly bullish as well, that it's data that we can't ignore. So I am actually tracking a beautiful diamond bottom pattern for Bitcoin. We're broken out, we've done incredibly well. We bought the support of that a few weeks ago against, you know, all the herd mentality. But remember, what goes up must come down. You know, we've had a nice move here for Bitcoin. What we're looking to do is just simply retrace the move, hold the key support for that particular move, and then we go again in the next leg basically. So I'll show you all them levels right now on the Bitcoin chart. But straight away on the 4-hourly time frame, we take a look here. We're having a little rollover right now for Bitcoin. Now there is a neckline here. You see this support from here to here. This is exactly where we're breaking down right now. So if we do start to break down and turn this into resistance on the 4-hourly time frame, this beautiful neckline, then it would, you know, increase the probability of a pullback. We equally do have something coming in the charts tomorrow and on Wednesday for Europe. So tomorrow for the USA and Wednesday for Europe basically, which is basically, it's so silly, but it's a dump moon. It's the moon phases. So let me show you that right now. So on the 4-hourly time frame, go to your charts. If we do start to flip red on the super trend here, and we start to, you know, break down to some resistance, okay, we're looking at a big drop here to come back down to some support levels. So what are those levels? I'm going to show you exactly where I'm putting bids in for Bitcoin right now, okay? But equally on the waves indicator here, go to trading zones into the buy zone. On the wave zones here, you can clearly see what we do have is a beautiful pump moon just there, a dump moon just there, a pump moon just there, and a dump moon just there. So if we take a look at the dump moon, Bitcoin was already trending down. The dump moon, Bitcoin was already trending down. And just there, tomorrow in America, and I think on Wednesday in the US, in Europe, sorry, we do have a dump moon. So it's only the other day I did relay to you, look, we've got a little bit of a warning here. You know, typically when we see these big spikes up, we come up and then we roll over for a few days. You know, we did see a big spike up just there. We went sideways, rolled over. Okay, so I'm not ultra bear yet on Bitcoin. I think, you know, what we're looking for in this particular chart to get ultra bear on Bitcoin, okay, is a massive spike up like that. Okay, so I'm looking for the big spike on the inverse correlation right there that gives us a clue to a major dump. I think this is just a micro correction that we're going to go through for Bitcoin, okay? And obviously I could be completely wrong, but enough spiel. I'm going to show you exactly what those things are that Bitcoin's done that's really bullish, you know, that we have to pay attention to. Again, data. I'm going to show you exactly where I think we could fall back to for Bitcoin in this correction, okay? Let me dive into charts right now. So looking at Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and this is something I did relay to you last week. You know, I think we've got this diamond bottom pattern. We've come down into this, and you've got really compressed, and right now we're breaking out. We're doing incredibly well. And right towards the apex, what we have done is we printed beautiful diamond, beautiful golden crosses right towards the end and the breakout of the compression pattern basically, which is a diamond bottom reversal. So what we've got is beautiful golden crosses above the 200. Now typically what we do for Bitcoin on these breaks above the 200 EMA in golden crosses, we fall back to some support and then we continue. 9 times out of 10 we do this. So just here, look at this correction last year. We got another signal, a beautiful bump and run pattern which I relayed to you, and the A, the B, the C. We got 1 2 3 4 5 A, B, C, and right now we've got the 1 2 3 4 5 of C, 1 2 1 2 breakout. But right towards the compression of that breakout, we've got beautiful golden crosses above the 200, 10, 20, and 55 EMA right there. Just there, the 1 2 into the 3, we broke above the 200 EMA, we fell back to the 200 EMA in the golden crosses, and then we put that continuation of beautiful impulsive move in right now. So data the bottom, data the bottom, and data right there is the bottom, the confirmation of the bottom. So I can't flip too bearish just yet, because we are seeing the data that we've seen just there and just there. Okay, beautiful data points that led to an impulsive move, and potentially in time you think, oh wow, it was the data that told us that we're going to do that. So this is basically all I do. I just relay the data to you, and obviously looking for the invalidation of the data, and every time we fall back to its support, we break out the 200 EMA, we fall back to its support before continuation. So this is what I'm looking at. I'm just looking for Bitcoin to roll over as expected, take out this resistance point here. Everyone was short at this point, with a life savings, want a stop loss, and like I said to you, that stop will get stopped out, come up, and then increase the probability of a short. So at the minute, I wouldn't even say 100% we're going to backtest these EMAs. Absolutely not. I've not got a crystal ball. There's nothing that's guaranteed, but the contributing factor to this little micro correction as expected could simply be the dump moon. So we have a little micro correction coming back down, some kind of A, B, and a little micro correction coming back into the EMAs, around about 60k on the 200 at the minute, backtest them levels of support and then go again. If we start to see that structure held, the next break of the high is where we'll be looking at beautiful little longs, and I'll be relaying to that message to you. So on the weekly, what we've got for Bitcoin, really simply, if we take a look at these key pivot points there, from this bottom here, what we're doing on the weekly anyway, which is something we've done last week with this weekly close that's come in, we've confirmed right now, we've got the close above the 10 and 20 EMA, which is really important obviously if you're expecting any kind of uptrend on the macro, most importantly the weekly time frame right there. But what we're doing equally on the daily, we're printing golden crosses, but equally on the weekly, we've printed our first important golden cross right there. So we've got the 10 and 20 golden cross, see you later, the 10 and 20 golden cross, see you later, and right now we've got a 10 and 20 golden cross. Is it a case of see you later? So we're just looking to hold these EMAs going forward. We've got the 10 and 20 EMA on the weekly time frame. Currently the 10 is around about 62,000 and the 20 is 61,549, sorry. So that's it. It's really simple technical analysis. If we break down below that, I'm wrong. This isn't the bottom. It'll begin to get a bit squeaky bum time for the potential drop to this 200 EMA in time, where I do think we'll get support, okay? And it's just a bigger macro correction than I actually anticipate here, because the count that I have primarily for Bitcoin at the moment is a 1 into a flat 2, a 3 into a 4, and we're looking for that sort of final wave here. But I think if we start to break down below the 55 here, we start to turn this previous support just we wicked into way back there in August into resistance, we've got to entertain the fact of a bigger correction here, and we're heading towards this 200 EMA at an absolute certainty basically, because look at this, you break down below the EMAs, you create death crosses, 200 EMA, big boy bounce. So this is what we'll be looking at. But at the minute I can't give you that projection because I'm not seeing anything that's sort of giving us that projection until we start to break down below the support of the EMAs, because technically all we've done is found the 10 at a bounce, found the 20 at a bounce, found the 55 at a bounce. So technically at the minute, if we do start to break down and lose the 55 and lose this pivot low, the next major support is a 200, where again we could bottom and have a bounce. But at that point I think we could be quite deep into a bigger macro correction I anticipate right there for Bitcoin, okay? And then the other count that I have, which I've shown you, is really simple: 1 2 3 4 5. This is a massive macro correction doing something like that before continuation. It's absolutely possible. I can't take it off the table, but I think one of those things that we'll be looking at primarily would be a loss of the 55 EMA, which we found support, a loss of this pivot low in August. Okay, we've got to start looking at buybacks on the 200 EMA, and this is where we have to get incredibly bearish on crypto. So understand that update. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care everyone. Back soon with another update on Bitcoin. Bye bye.